Good morning, team. Welcome to day 158 of the 5 AM Squat Club. And just because it's my birthday doesn't mean I'm not still getting up at 4:30 and making progress, because discipline doesn't take a day off, and neither do my goals. If you're serious about progress, fitness, and reaching your goals, join us every morning. Let's do it together. Today is active recovery day so that we can get ready for next week to hit it hard. The first thing, we're gonna prime our minds, choose our first thoughts of the day so that we're not chasing default stimulus. Let's go. So find yourself a seated position. Your goal is to put the feet underneath the hips, heels on the floor, and sit down in a passive squat position. If you feel like you're gonna fall over, grab yourself a counterbalance, a little weight out in front. You could hold on to a dog, a door frame, whatever. And we're gonna choose our first things that we say to ourselves first thing in the morning so that we can prime ourselves for the day. First thing is, I am responsible. I'm responsible for achieving my goals, for setting an example for my kids, for maintaining my fitness and reaching my goals. Nobody else is doing it for me. There's nobody coming to save me. It's on me. If I'm gonna get there, it's gonna be because of what I do and the choices that I make. Next is, I will make time between stimulus and response so that I'm not being a snappy jerk. I'm taking in what's coming, taking a moment, and then giving a respectful response, if that's deserved, I guess. I have all I need to succeed today and will focus on progress over perfection is a reminder to not focus on the big, overwhelming goal, right? The far off and dream goal. Focus on the step that you can take, because the resources are there to take that step, and focus on the progress that you can make every day that'll compound and cascade and add up towards the big goal over time. And then last is, I choose gratitude. That's just making sure that I'm seeing the positive and recognizing that there are good things, and that the more I focus on them, the more I see that and less of the negative. So I'm responsible. I'll make time between stimulus and response. I have all I need to succeed today and will focus on progress over perfection. And then I choose gratitude. Beautiful. All right. We've begun. Next step. Let's start warming up the body. So as usual, we're gonna start with some burpees. Good morning, Jody. Good morning, good morning. So first thing, we're gonna get up. Well, we're gonna get down first, I guess, but then we're gonna get up. So what you're looking at is hands on the floor. You can walk yourself down all the way to the ground. You can walk yourself back up, and then just celebrate the fact that you're able to do so. So we're gonna start with 20 of these, just getting the body warm, just getting the blood flowing. It is 5 AM, so let's take your time here, get the blood flowing. Good morning, good morning. Congratulations, brother. Thank you so much. I'm gonna blow the pronunciation of your name. Tibet? Tibet, I'm sure you could correct me. If you guys haven't checked out his channel, lots of cool stuff there, lots of variety, lots of volume. Very interesting stuff to watch. Definitely check out that channel. Good morning, Jason. We're just getting our burpees started here on this fantastic Sunday. It's not fantastic because it's my birthday. It's fantastic because it's every day. We're up, we're moving, we're alive. We're able to do this. Let's celebrate that. Say that's about 5 or so. So today being Sunday, we've got our active recovery session. We've got our regular slow burpees. We've got our hang. We've got a bear crawl or bear walk, and then some crab walk. Thank you, Jody, for giving some feedback yesterday. And then I'm going to be reaching out, Jody, because I know tomorrow is your birthday. So I'd like to maybe choose a couple movements that might be appropriate for a birthday workout. Oh, you know what? We're not counting here, but Let's jack up the warm-up a little bit. And yes, said it correctly. Oh, thanks so much. I need to go right away, but have a great day. Awesome, thanks, Chibe. Take care. Okay, so let's say we're at 10. We're gonna do 41. Changed my mind. We were talking about this yesterday, but I forgot. Let's do another 31 burpees. A little longer warm-up this morning. Obviously, we'll end up doing more burpees during the active recovery, but let's do this. Let's just do it. So there's 11. We're gonna count them out. Hopefully I did 10 before. 12. 13. 14. Feel free to just hop on a rower if you want, but I'd appreciate you can hop along with me. 15. Jody, if you want, we'll do 61 tomorrow. 16. 17. I don't know if you notice, but I'll hop the feet back and then alternate the leg that hops forwards. 19. Just to make sure that I'm not too imbalanced. 20. 21. Use some music here. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. Good morning, Yaroslav. Thank you. 26. We're doing 41 burpees, Yaroslav. 27. And it says 20 on there, doesn't it? It's a lie. 28. 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. Mabel. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. Last one. All right. Happy birthday, me. And anybody else that's born today. All right. Whew. We'll go into the rest of the warm up here. Well, I'm sure you're feeling warm already. Let's start with that standing march. Definitely changing that standing high knee to the march because a little more dynamic, a little more effective. Woo! All right, I'll get a few more of those. Trying to get the knee up nice and high, keeping the torso tall without bending that bottom leg. And we'll go good mornings. So imagine there's a rod through the hip, sending the hip back, keeping the chest tall. The good morning. It's 2, 3, 4. That chest proud. 6, 7. How are we feeling today? How's the body after the sandbag? From there, we'll go some reverse lunges. So nice long step back. Let that back knee kiss the ground. Keep a vertical shin on the front leg. Press up through both legs. And we'll alternate. Finding my left glute much more tight and sore than the right ones. I don't know if that's from, I don't even know, the step-ups maybe the other day. That might have done it. Maybe I was uneven on how I was doing that. Yaroslav, no way. You don't look a burpee over 30. Thanks, man. Thanks, Jason. Okay, a few more burpees. Because we're never gonna get younger. Right, so we might as well start thinking about how many burpees we gotta do for next year's birthday. See, we got 4 here. 3. And 4. And then air squats. So feet underneath the shoulders, maybe a slight turnout at the toes. Hips come back and down, ideally till below the knee. Chest is upright. Feet are flat on the ground. There's weight in the heel and in the base of the big toe and the pinky toe, baby toe. Let's get a few of those. I'm sweating. Sweating already here. It's good. I'll get another round here. Come on up. I've got some, a few chicken move clips for you today for afterwards. We'll probably hop on the bike for a few minutes after our active recovery. And I've got another old CrossFit Closer clip. It's actually one of the first videos that I did where I'm actually talking. So got a few clips for later if you hang around afterwards. Go back to the good morning. Oh, the body feels so much better as you warm it up. Let's go. Love it. We went out to the gym yesterday. Our head coach, his son turned 1. So it was basically like a baby party. There were probably, I don't know, 12 kids under 3 maybe there. So it was pretty fun. They set up a little matted area with like a little ball pit. We'll go back to reverse lunges and a little tunnel and stuff. And those kids were having a freaking blast. It was very cute to watch. And got the chickens moved yesterday morning, and that's what that clip is going to be of, a little clown car clip. It's pretty entertaining. A little clip of the chickens in the nesting boxes as well. So, the little farm life clips in here too. A few more burpees. Today it's burpee day, basically. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Two. 3. Jody, where's Megan been at? I feel like we haven't seen her in a few days. Okay, and then a few more air squats. And then we'll get into it. Maybe even just hang out in the bottom of your squat. Work on that position. Bring the hips forwards towards the heels. Keep the chest nice and tall. You could even take the arms overhead. That turns it into a workout. Some of those cracks. A few more squats. We'll talk about today's active recovery session. Okay. Feeling good, feeling warm. Next. So on Sundays, we take it easy, right? We do active recovery, 4 different movements. We're gonna go 5 sets for a total of 20 minutes. First movement is just our slow burpee. If you're wondering, why we do burpees so often, I like to think about all of these movements from a functional perspective. What are the movements that I'm gonna need the most in real life? What should I be practicing to maintain capacity? And as I always talk about, burpees and squats are it. I know, not sure where Megan is. Yeah, weird. Right, first minute. Hey, I know you're cute. It's just gonna be slow burpees. So whatever pace feels good for you. It could be walk it down, lay it down, walk it back up, or faster. Choose a number that's not gonna be crazy challenging. Unless you want, every fourth minute to push the pace a little bit, jack the heart rate up. Nothing wrong with that. Movement number 2 is a hang, and you can choose different options on this, especially if you've been around with us a little bit. We've been doing different variations of the hang. Personally, I'm gonna go with a single arm, but you can go double overhand. You can't see me there, can you? Yeah, you go double overhand, palms out, and hang like so. You could go chin up grip, palms in, hang like so. You could go single arm. You do 20 seconds one arm, 20 seconds the other for each of those minutes. If that's too challenging, or you want to go longer, then you can, in essence, keep the feet on the ground, maintain some weight in the feet, and just find that balance. If you don't have a pull-up bar, get a pull-up bar. Pretty cheap, pretty useful piece. But if you don't have a pull-up bar, you can get to a park, you could hang on a tree or a playground, or grab a band. Maple, why are we grabbing all the shoes today? It's a pretty cute one. And you could take that band and put it over a door frame and just have enough tension on it that it's pulling. If you don't have something to hang on, worst case, you could always hang a couple dumbbells by your side and do like a farmer's carry, which will work the grip, but not necessarily the same way that the hang would. This is meant to ideally open up the shoulders as well as working the hang. It was working the grip a little bit as well. Movement number 3 is gonna be a bear crawl or bear walk. So what you're looking at is hands and feet on the ground. And I'm not strict about this. You'll see some people will do it with like a bent knee and the hips stay level. Maple, drop it. Oh, why are you taking all the shoes? And some people will do them more hips up, like straight-legged. So you got the option. Basically just moving around on all fours, face down. And then the fourth one is gonna be crab walk, which is basically the opposite. So walking around on all fours, face up. And you can do this kind of the easy way, the lazier way with hips down. Are you serious, dog? Give me that. Holy moly, sorry about the dog this morning. The crab walk, you can go hips up and trying to maintain like a parallel with the floor torso, which is just a lot more work, but an option depending on how much you want to get out of this. So as I was saying, we're gonna go through 5 times, 4 movements, 30, 40 seconds of each one, depending on kind of how hard you want to work. But my goal is just, move, get the blood flowing, feel good, maybe work a little bit on the hang. So let's do this. Take a second, click the like button. Let's see what we got here. 3 likes. It says there's 4 of you here. So we could get an extra like if you want. Okay. Sorry, this dog is distracting me. Okay, so let's set this up. Maple, new shoe affinity. No, she's always had this. My wife seems to think it's just when she's like bored and she's not getting attention that she does that, but I don't know. She likes to destroy stuff, this dog. She'll come down to the kitchen if you've left her there for a little bit, and there's always something that she has found and just shredded. You're a shredder. Yeah. Okay. No, that's not the right thing. What's that doing there? What if I put that in the wrong spot? No? Interesting. Okay. Let's do this. I don't know why that was there. Okay, let's get this clock set. Slow burpees. Let me do this first, sorry. Distract myself. That's not going either. Okay, all right. So, slow burpees, hang, bear crawl, crab walk, 5 rounds. Okay, Maple, you're going away. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right. 10 seconds, team. Let's do this. Burpees first. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. I think I'll maybe aim for 10. Ooh. That's a little bit of heart rate. That's what, at least 60 burpees already for the day. Flying. So on the first round of the hang, feel free to ease in, do a little bit less, and then maybe add as you go. 2, 1. Go ahead. I might do just a double here on the first round. And then increase the intensity as we go to the single. 20. 5. There's 30. That's 40. Okay. So next is the bear crawl. Hips up in the air or level. Up to you. 10 seconds. You can go side to side. You can forwards, backwards. Just move it around. Go ahead. No, don't you do it. No, Maple. Drop it. Drop it. Leave it. Oh, that's yours. You can have that. You can have that one, Maple. 30. Ouch, that hang, huh? Oh, how come? Hang not feeling good, Jody? Maybe a little transition, 10 seconds, and then crab walk is next. Like the shoulders are getting warm here. 3, 2, 1. Hips up. I don't think I'm gonna lift the hips super high. I think I'm just gonna move around like this. Good work for the wrists, hands, elbows, shoulders. No need to go crazy fast. Sideways. Maybe even just hang out, bring the hips up for a minute. Almost like our bridge. 15. That'll be the end of round 1. There's 10. Back to the burpee. 5, 3, 2, 1. Burpees. Don't even really need to count these. Just try to keep moving.
that you see is something I invent. And it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots. If I miss all, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing, won't regret it. I'm always learning, you can call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. That energy is like a poison, needs some medicine.
15. 10. Hang is next. 5, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. No. Maple. Maple. Jeez. All right. Bear crawl in 15. 10. How'd you get down? Jeez. 3, 2, 1, hips up. Ouch. There we go. Get your tire.
I'll be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, I've been working nightly. If you think you win,
Right. Okay, it's fun, isn't it, Maple?
cold-blooded icy. Watching others grow is what I call sightseeing.
I don't know if you guys can hear her. She's going crazy. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is starting to burn the hamstrings a little bit. $15. 10. Hi, Maple. 5. Crab walk. 3, 2, 1. Beep. Go ahead. Stop it. I see you, Maple. I get it. She's jacked up today. You're a funny pooch. You're the funny pooch. You're the funny. 20 seconds. 15. The wrists are getting work this morning. 10 seconds. Back to burpees. In 5, 2, 1. Burpees. Round 3. Woo. Back to the hang in 15. 5, 3, 2, 1. Hang in. Come on, left hand, what's happening? if I'm progressing on this a whole lot. Definitely rough on the hands. Whew. Go halfway, team. 10 seconds. Bear crawl. Might try that. 3, 2, 1. I tried the hips down, level torso, horizontal. Give it a go if you want. Basically bringing the knees to the elbows. Keeping the hips down. This one's interesting. Like a bear. This one burns the quads a little bit. Yeah, definitely a different sensation. 20. Ten. Oh, that one's actually pretty rough. Crab walk. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Beep. Eat that, Maple. Don't eat it. Don't eat it. Just feel free to rip it, but don't eat it. Grab, 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 grab. Keep it up, 30 seconds. You can mess around with different hand positions on this one. Point the fingers forward, outwards, backwards, whatever. 10 seconds, that's the end of round 3. Back to burpees. And 5, 3, 2, 1, beep. Fifteen seconds. Back to the hang. Working. 5, 3, 2, 1.
Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain. Turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange. Popping off and risking things, gonna make a name. I just wanna be famous. I don't want that cheap fame, no I'm not that vain. I just wanna be great.
No, Mabel, stop it. Don't eat that. Five seconds. Bear crawl. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Don't lick me, Maple, please.
Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I'll commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent. And it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots if I miss. So forget it, I'll take a fat to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing, I'll regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always
15.
never been apathetic. That energy is like a poison, needs some man.
Back to crab walk in 10. 5, 3, 2, 1. Crab. This will be the last one of this round. And then one more round to go. She's going crazy. Morning, Spencer. Thank you, sir. He says, happy birthday. How you feeling today? Is today cheat meal day? You must be so excited for those tacos. Or is it not tacos? Is it the same thing every week? 10. All right, one more round, team. Back to burpees in 5. We're almost there. Spencer, entertain us with your cheat meal. Go. Last round.
I'll be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, nah, unlikely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow with sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane. Making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains.
Okay. 15. Last hang coming up. More chalk required. 5, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Last set. Come on, grip. The left hand is just not as good, man. Just doesn't work as well. Bear crawl next. 10 seconds. Here we go. 5. Last bear crawl. 3, 2, 1. Go. Get out of the way, Doug. Go. There you go. Play with your sock. That's it. Get out of the way. Oh, same as always. I feel alive again. Did you already have your cheat meal? Did it already happen? Today's Sunday. But it's not Sunday for you yet, right? You haven't. You're like middle of the night right now. So do you have the cheat meal Saturday? Is that how that works? I'll be able to pay attention in a sec here. 10. Last set of crab walk coming up here. 3, 2, 1. Last one. Well, whether you had the cheat meal or not, yet, good to hear that you're feeling better. At least a little bit. $20. Almost bit me, boy. Almost 20 seconds, then we'll hop on the bike, or you can go for a walk or row. 20. Might as well go to the end. Bring the hips up a couple times. 3, 2, 1. And there we are. Good job, team. How was that? A lot of wrist, huh? My forearms and wrists a little bit. Okay, Maple, I don't need that. No, thank you. No, thank you, go. Yes, it's 2:30 a.m. Sunday now. 7,000 calories down the hatch already. So it's Saturday night that you do your cheat, I guess, eh? Is that what that means? You know, another friggin'... It's tick season. Check your dogs for ticks. We had one on there a minute ago. All right, team, we're gonna stop it. We're gonna do a little cool down here. So, options. Let's go. Most simple, lazy option is if you have a machine and you can just hop on that machine, say a rower or a bike or something, or put us on your phone and you could go for a little walk. We're just gonna take it nice and easy and bring the heart rate down a little bit and chat. Close enough, eh? Okay, we got the seat down. How's that? So let's just aim to bring the heart rate down slowly. You know, a nice easy walk or a nice easy pace on a machine if you've got one. Jody says, OMG, my dogs were all over the place, tripping me up on the floor movements. They're so cute though. Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely the day where Maple gets the most, I don't know, excitable maybe. Really gets worked up during that. Yaroslav, fire. Love it. So let's, we're gonna watch a couple clips here. If they're, obviously if they're boring, let me know. But the first one we'll do is an old video. So at our gym, in, I don't even know if it was 2015 or 2016, we worked with a business mentor. If you're in the CrossFit space, you may have heard of Two Brain. And one of the things that I had to do when we started working with them was a content challenge. So it was 30 videos. It didn't need to be videos, but it could have been blog articles or whatever, but 30 pieces of content just to start that process. So I'm gonna show a video of one of those first ones. If it's terrible, we'll just skip it, but just giving you a little bit of background on, you know, I've been doing this for a little bit. Jody says, hangs were the toughest, not sure why. Jody, do you find that mostly limited by just grip? Or is it is it forearms? Is it hand? Is it just fatigue? What do you find the most limiting? I definitely found that those took some time to warm up and they got better by the end. Also, if I don't get the bar like in the right spot on the calluses, I find it's pretty pinchy, especially since that pull-up bar has like foam coating on it, which is not super helpful. All right, let's see what we got here. So, as I was saying, this first one is, why is that happening? Here we go. I don't know if there's any audio on there, is there? Over the years of being in the CrossFit community, I've heard tons of stories about people. Sorry, give me a sec here. Getting involved and having it change their lives for the better. So I figured today I'd share my story.
far back as I can remember, I've been into fitness and health. At 16 years old, started volunteering at the local YMCA, where I learned the many intricacies, techniques, and variations of the bicep curl and the bench press. That bodybuilding style training stuck with me.
So maybe I'll just give a little background. This was basically just an introduction. This was 8 or 9 years ago. This was our first house. We've moved twice since this place, but just giving a little background on, where I came from and how I found CrossFit. We'll watch for a minute or two.
For high school and most of university. It wasn't until 2008 where I was working a co-op job at the Ontario Police College where I met a guy who was doing something completely different. This guy happened to be a police officer for the Peel Police Department. There were a couple times where I caught him in the gym running on the treadmill. He'd hop off the treadmill, do some wall balls,
Crazy.
get down on the ground, do some push-ups, and repeat. He was doing it for time. Crazy. The guy was sweating during his workouts. So after a few days of creepily watching his workouts and trying to understand what it was this guy was doing, finally got up the courage to ask him, hey, what's up? So he explained to me he was doing something called CrossFit and showed me the website, CrossFit.com, and I started reading, started watching videos, and that was the beginning. What really made the difference for me was I've always been science, numbers, math. That's the way my brain works. So when I was able to read foundations and what is CrossFit, it was a big click. It was an aha moment for me. Functional training, variance, intensity. Why isn't everybody doing that? I was addicted. I was like a CrossFit sponge. So fast forward 3 years to 2011, I was able to head out to Toronto to get my L1. And then just under a year later, CrossFit Closer was born. And then now for the past 4.5 years, I've been able to live my dream of helping people achieve their fitness goals and realize the importance of functional movements and practicing them in our everyday lives.
There we go. Obviously, I was never told that you should try to be a little more enthusiastic on the camera. I was a little bit dry, but I guess maybe that's kind of how I am as well. Jody says, grip and shoulders. Grip and shoulders, yeah. Yeah, I feel like the reason that we do the hangs is for the shoulders, personally, just to open it up a little bit more if I'm not getting overhead enough. And then lengthen, but the grip is definitely oftentimes limiting, I find, especially on that smushy bar. Jody on the rower now, so my chatting is going to go dark while you talk. That's okay, as long as you're here. All right, let's watch. So yesterday, as I think I may have mentioned, the way that we raise we raise everything, all the critters move around, right? So the chickens are in a trailer. We talked about this the other day, but I'm going to show you a little bit more detail about that. A little old camper trailer that we move around the property and, mainly so that they're on cleaner grass. They're not on their poop all the time. There's fresh bugs and fresh greens for them to pick at and eat and whatnot. So yesterday was chicken move day. So this first video is just me herding a goose. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so this is our goose. His name is Goosifer. And he doesn't go in the trailer. So I moved the trailer already. You can see the truck there. I've moved it. And now I'm just herding the goose back to the new Herding Ducks 101. There you go, duck herding. Some good camera work, look at that. And then he knows where the trailer is. That fence is on the right. And he's good to go. I'll show you a few more steps here. Oh, that's not what I want. Sorry. The next one is basically like the whole show here. So, there's a little bit of feed there. So basically just showing this is where they were. Hard to tell the difference, to be honest, but it's much more brown on that right side. They've beat it up, and then this is a new spot that they haven't been. This is their trailer. The right side of the trailer is where we store feed and shavings and all that kind of stuff. And then this is where the chickens live. And there they are. Everybody's packed in. They only get locked up when we move the birds. Normally that door is open. So first thing in the morning, they come out on their own. Whereas the day we move them, I lock them up so that I can pull them in the trailer and they don't and they actually come with us. And then this is the most fun part of that process. I call this the clown car. So you'll see I'll open that door and they're just gonna pour out. And this is where they sleep at night. This is their protection. And here we go. I can only imagine this is where like the whole idea of the clown car came from. Because you watch this and it's just like, holy crap, they're still coming. Obviously you saw them in there. There are quite a few birds in there. But here they go. And they're excited about pecking at new bugs and scratching in the dirt and obviously going to the feed. But this is the story of my life right here. The news story. And that's that. And that's what the chickens do. And they hang out there and they give us, I got one more clip here, I think. Oh, there are two more, I guess. But so this is, once they're out, you go in and collect breakfast. They're definitely still producing more eggs than we eat in a day, even though I'll eat quite a few, but we're still in pretty good production mode. As it gets colder and the days get shorter, that will slow down though. And there was one more in here, and I think it was just my little one seeing the birds. This is not a still shot, this is a video. She's seeing the birds, saying hi. This is just for my own enjoyment. Cute. She's talking to them. She'll say hi. She'll try to give them things. Sometimes she'll try to catch them, which doesn't really work because they're pretty fast. So that is what I do. Let's see here, Spencer, Adam question. I might have my terminology wrong. You mentioned something like your wife is a natural holistic doctor. Is that off? So I think there's different terms in Canada and the US. In Canada, she's a naturopathic doctor or a doctor of naturopathic medicine. There's basically one college in Canada that certifies naturopathic doctors. In the States, I think it's called a naturopath. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I don't think it's the same designation. I don't think they have the same, I don't know, powers. That's definitely not the right word. Basically, shit. Just a moment. The mic just fell off. And there is a magnetic piece that holds this on, and I feel like it's stuck to the bike somewhere. Excuse me for a sec. Actually, oh, there it is. It's pretty lucky that I found it. So, yeah, I'm not 100% sure of exactly the regulations or how that works in the States, but in essence, here in Canada, a naturopathic doctor is just like a more highly regulated doctor in essence. Like they don't have the same prescribing rights. There's a bunch of stuff that they're not allowed to do, which in my opinion is crazy because they understand health and the body a little bit more. You know, the way that I see it is a medical doctor is trained to treat symptoms with drugs for the most part. Take someone who is sick, and I was gonna say make them healthy, but really just like treat their symptoms. Fucking dog. They had a bandana. Magenta, who's done our shirts, made a bandana for Maple. And you can see how much she likes it. This freaking dog just destroys everything. But where I was going there, the naturopathic doctor, what they're gonna do is they're gonna sit down for, you know, at least an hour, and they're gonna take a full history. They're gonna understand your lifestyle and, you know, your health history, which is gonna give them a better picture of how we can create health and make you actually healthier. So it's a different system, right? The medical system is get you in, get you out, get you a drug, get those symptoms covered up, versus the naturopathic direction, which is understand the root cause, understand what is bothering you, and then try to fix that so that you don't have to medicate it and cover it up, basically. So, okay, so I was going to ask, let's say you get a cut on your arm, it's infected. Do you have natural alternatives to things like modern antibiotics? Interesting. That's definitely not my place, and I'm not going to try to say anything about that. And so in my experience, what I've seen is there will be, they're going to lean towards more natural remedies, herbal things and whatever, depending on kind of what spectrum they're on. Because within naturopathic medicine, there's a whole lot of stuff, right? And some of it, I would say is a little bit more woo-woo, so homeopathy falls within naturopathic medicine. And homeopathy is, in my opinion, a little bit woo-woo. You're taking like the essence of something and exposing yourself to it, and it's supposed to, develop antibodies, but it's more like a mental thing. So yes, there are natural remedies that they'll use. Personally, I would probably just lean towards some really good natural honey on any kind of cuts, especially if you get, like some Manuka honey, but still like really good quality. If it's infected, I'm not gonna give you medical advice. I personally try to avoid the doctor and what is this, Western medicine altogether. So obviously in that situation, try not to let it get infected first. But if you're at that place where it's already infected, and especially if it's getting worse, maybe antibiotics are the way to go. But in my general framework, I'm going to try to avoid that at all costs. And, that might involve trying to be a little more proactive, hopefully. Obviously not always possible. So, there are times when that stuff might be necessary. And that's not the, okay. No, I'm not asking for specific. Yeah. So I would put honey on it. I mean, we obviously have honey that is from our own property. I know exactly where it's coming from, what's going into it. So like I'd be good and happy to try something like that. Vitamin E cream is often pretty good for wounds. But that's the type of stuff that you would hear at a naturopath maple, as opposed to your doctor who would give you some kind of antibiotic or, steroid or something that I don't really understand. Okay, maple, that's enough. So, let's maybe see if we can come up with some words of wisdom here as we get older. Maybe we'll try to do this every year. What do I know now that I didn't know when I was younger? Am I maturing? I think, one of my main issues, or things that I need to work on that I'm maybe recognizing as that I get older, is that the things that I think are important, the things that cause me to freak out, those affirmations, those mental reps we do first thing, those are very real for me, and that's work that I need to do. I have a tendency of wanting to control, and I think we all do this, but maybe to different degrees. And when things don't go within that plan, within the way that I had seen them, oftentimes without thinking, there's a little bit of a snap reaction. So as I get older, the more and more times I do that, I'm starting to, at least after the fact, take a moment and say that was not the reaction that I wanted. And ideally, apologize or admit that I was wrong. But, knowing those things and putting them into practice are not always the same. Not always easy to actually do the things that we know we should be doing. But I guess awareness is step one. Recognizing after I react and after I give that response that didn't feel right, that's not what I would want to hear if I was on the other side of that. And hopefully, the more times I practice and the more times I become aware of it, the more I can start working on that reaction. Give a response that I'm proud of, right? Take time between stimulus and response and make sure that what I'm giving back to the people around me is something that, you know, I would maybe want to get myself. So we'll take birthday as an opportunity to give myself a little bit of advice. Either way. Okay. Jody. Let's see here. My CrossFit girlfriend is a holistic-based chiropractor. She has a huge following and wait list. Who is she? Your chiropractor? Is this would this be somebody I know? Probably not. But that's the key, right? We've got a chiropractor that practices out of the gym. Actually, there's a whole business there. Her husband works with her, and they've got a couple other people that work with her as well. But the reason that we like her and the reason why she even fits into our gym is because she does practice holistically. You know, you can go to a chiropractor who will say, hey, we're gonna do an adjustment, and I want you to come here twice a week, basically for the rest of your life, to do these adjustments. And obviously the problem, what they're not understanding, what those chiropractors aren't getting, is that you can put the joints you can put those joints into a certain place, but if all the musculature around it is still tight and pulling it off, then you're not fixing anything, right? If that chiropractor is not seeing the whole picture and understanding that you need to do some corrective exercises and some strengthening of this and some stretching of that to end up, you know, allowing those joints and bones to stay in the right positions over time, then you've got a drug dealer as opposed to a healer.